it's Kristen with Simply a Stewart, and I'm back today with another Aldi haul for you. For those of you who are new to my channel, we do Aldi hauls. I usually go typically every week, and then I go to Costco every 4 to 8 weeks. It depends on what our schedule allows, because it is about a 3-hour round trip for us to go. So we did go to Aldi today, and the trip was about $103. I will have to stop also at our other local grocer, the more main grocer that most people use, and that it will be to pick up spinach and then a couple seasonings that Aldi does not carry. Unfortunately, they do carry organic spinach, but the past 2 times I've got it in the past 2 weeks, it was rotten both times when I got it home. And I know you can take it back for the freshness policy and whatnot, but it is about a 25-minute drive for me. So driving there and driving home, and the gas money, it just wasn't worth it in fitting in my schedule. And so I opted this time to go ahead and just get it at my local grocer. So without further ado, I will turn the camera around and show you what we got this week. So this is what we got today. And I'm going to start over here. We got, back here we got 2 pineapples, which I will cut up and my kiddos will eat with their breakfast this week. And then I've got a bag of both red potatoes and also regular potatoes. We will use both throughout the week, and we'll probably have some of the regular potatoes left over. But I did have recipes, well, regular mashed potatoes and french fries and things we use for this. And then I have some different recipes of different kinds of potatoes I like to use specifically red potatoes for. So I picked up a bag of those. We also have down here sweet potatoes. My kiddos love sweet potato pizza. We make a crust out of sweet potatoes and almond flour and some seasonings, and then we go ahead and throw some chicken and spinach and stuff on the top. So that's one of their favorite things. So we're going to make that for lunch a couple days next week for school. And then they have been killing the mandarin oranges in our house. They've been going through them like crazy. I don't know if they're going through growth spurts or what, but they're hungry at 5 seconds, and this is one of their go-tos. So I picked up 1, 2, actually 3 bags of these this week for them to have for snacks. And then I also picked up 2 of the organic grapes. One of them will be for them for their afternoon snacks, and the other one will be for me, mostly for snacks during the week. That's one of the main things I snack on. And then back here we got 4 bags of organic Gala apples. My kids actually, these are not their preference of apples, but they do like them. And this is the only thing that I've been able to find organic lately. So this is what we got. I wanted to get 1 more bag, but they only had like 2 or 3 more bags out, and they were all had like rotten apples in them already. So that's one of the things with Aldi. You really have to check the produce before you get it. And then we got 2 heads of lettuce, which will be mostly for my husband's salads for lunch this upcoming week. And baby Bella mushrooms, which I will use in a recipe I'm making. I'm making chicken marsala for dinner one night, and then the rest of them will go on his salads. And then I have a bag of baby carrots, which will be for my husband and my daughter. They like to snack on those. We still have some in the fridge, but those will be for whenever those ones run out. And then over here into the non-produce side, we have 2 packs of the beef hot dogs. I try to pick up 1 or 2 packs every time we're there and throw them in the freezer. Again, I've said this before, but they have them marked as a seasonal item, and so I'm afraid that they'll be gone, and I don't have access to things like Applegate and things in my local stores. So this is like a special thing for us to be able to find, made with 100% grass-fed beef, no nitrates, and then you can see the ingredients are fairly clean. Yes, there is cane sugar in there, but we do the best we can with what we have in our grocery budget, and also with our ability to get to stores, since we don't live near healthy stores per se. Okay, and then I was walking through, and we've got the Never Any chicken there several times before. I usually buy the roaster chickens and go ahead and throw them in the crock pot and just shred them for my kids for lunch and different things. But I saw these, and they were 50% off. And so I went ahead they had 4 of them. I went ahead and picked up, and I will throw those in the freezer, and we will be able to pull those out. I can throw in the crock pot with maybe some barbecue sauce or some different things that we do, and those will be just a quick meal, especially with my husband working a lot of hours. Sometimes he's not home, so that'll be perfect just for me and the kids. And then back here, I actually got 3 apple juices. Nobody could remember if we were almost out of juice or not, and I didn't want to run out, and I wasn't sure if we would get to the store next weekend with the holiday, so I went ahead and just picked up 3. We do use those for our vitamin C for the kiddos in the morning, as well as in our smoothies. So we got those. I got 1 gallon of whole milk back here. We do not drink milk in our house, which is why we have the half gallon of almond milk over here. We don't drink milk a whole lot, but we do use this for our cereal, and I make coffee sometimes, like a frozen coffee that I use this in. The gallon of whole milk will be used to make homemade yogurt in the Instant Pot that I make for my kids that they use as a snack quite often before bed. So we are running low on that. I got it so I can make some this weekend. And then we tried this out last week for the first time. We've been trying to find a sauce that we liked. You can see the ingredients there, pretty clean. And there's not even any sugar added in it. And it was pretty good. My kids all liked it. I was afraid because I'll be honest, in my pre-woke whole food type days, I was very picky about spaghetti sauce, and so I wasn't sure if I would even like it, and we tried it this week, and we did very much like it, so I went ahead and grabbed 2 of those, simply just to throw in the cupboard so we have them. Sometimes we randomly get spaghetti squash from the garden when unexpected, because we've had squash bugs this year, so we haven't had a very good harvest of them, and sometimes my father-in-law randomly will pick some up at the farmer's market and drop them off because he knows the kids like it, so I like to have sauce on hand for that. So I did pick that up. Back here I have 2 of these tropical blends. I do wish they were organic. We do get organic fruit from Costco, but we buy 1 of these usually a week, and this week we went ahead and bought 2 because we haven't been to Costco. We're going to use these to make smoothies. We have Smoothie Friday in our house. It's kind of become a little tradition with the kids since we have changed over our eating habits, and so I always like to make sure that we pick that up because that is my son's favorite. And then up here you will see these, which are not a staple in my home at all. But they are organic, and you can have lots of organic junk, I know that. So they do have corn and they do have canola oil in them. Like I said, these are not my favorite thing. We've probably only buy these once every like 4 to 6 months. But we are taking probably a homeschool field trip this week, and I'm not sure where we're going, maybe the zoo or something fun. And so I wanted to make sure I had something kind of fun to take as a special treat for the kids to snack on. So I went ahead and picked up 1 of those bags that we could all share. And then to go along with the sauce, I also picked up a bag of this pasta. We only eat it like once a month. And we had yet to actually try this kind, and so we tried it, and it just has the brown rice and the quinoa in it. So we tried it this week, and the kids really enjoyed it, and it thankfully did not give anybody any stomach issues, and so we decided we would go ahead and start keeping that on hand. So I picked 1 up this week while we were out. And then over here, this is my husband and my favorite junk food of choice, I guess you could say, is organic corn chips and organic salsa. That is probably one of the worst things we choose to eat. A couple times a week we'll have those sometimes for snack after the kids go to bed, or even very once in a while we'll throw some meat or some chicken on top of them and kind of make it into like a taco salad or a nacho for dinner. So if we need something very quickly. So we were out again, like I mentioned, we haven't been able to get to Costco since June, and we are nearing September here, so we are starting to run out of some of our staples. So I went ahead and picked up 2 jars of the sauce and a bag of the chips to kind of get us through the week. We're hoping to be able to maybe go next week, so keep an eye out for that video. And then we picked up a ketchup. My son said that he had brought 1 up this morning, and it was the last one, so I just figured safer than sorrier. We would pick 1 up because he's 5, and if he told me, that's great, but I don't always trust what he says. And then my kids saw this one. I've never had gingerberry. Have you guys? If you guys like this kind, let me know down in the comments. See here. See the ingredients. Kiwi, blueberry, and fresh pressed ginger. We've never tried this kind. My kids saw it, my girls, and said, we really want to try that. And so I said, okay, we'll try it out. It's always cheaper at Aldi than it is at our local grocers. So we picked up one of those. We also do have, if you can see over there, we have that huge watermelon. We have been having a great watermelon harvest year. So we have that, and we have a whole bag, 2 bags there of green beans and a bucket of tomatoes out of the garden. We also have zucchini over here. That's just a leftover lonely sweet potato from last week. But we pulled all of that out of the garden, not yesterday, but the evening before. Unfortunately, I wasn't home yesterday, so I didn't get to take care of that, as well as we have some cherry tomatoes and peppers that we already put in the fridge. So we have all of that produce as well, in addition to what we got over here. That is what we got this week. As you can see, we are very produce heavy for anybody who may not have followed us in the past. We do try to eat a cleaner, more primal type diet, although we are not 100% perfect to that. We do also eat, as you saw, out of our garden a lot. So we were able to have a decent harvest this week, and we'll be able to use a lot of those vegetables. In addition to all of that, I will have to make a trip out to our local farmer where I will get eggs. We usually pick up about 5 dozen eggs a week, or so, depends on what he's able to get. He does, for the most part, pasture raising, and so we do try to get them from him instead of from the grocery store, as well as them being cheaper from him. So I will probably have another, I would venture to say about $15 that I have to spend, which will bring us into almost $120 for the week, which for a family of 6 is what we are feeding. We have 2 adults and 4 kids ranging from ages 3 to 9. And we do eat primarily all of our meals at home. My husband packs everything, lunches and dinners when he's working late, and my children are all homeschooled, so all meals and snacks are ate at home. So for $125 a week, that's not too bad. I will be having hopefully a Costco haul coming up for you very soon. My husband promised me he would try and make a trip over the holiday weekend. So if you like those Costco hauls, go ahead and keep an eye out for that video. Make sure that you have marked the bell, and so that you get notifications every time I am able to upload. And until next time, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.